Hello, beautiful fire signs. Okay, so today has been interesting. You're not the only group to get the well. So this is talking about, creativity. It can also be talking about spiritual matters. And for the earth signs, it was about digging down deep. Or no, it wasn't the earth signs. It was the water signs. It was about digging down deep into themselves to notify their strength. So for you, it's also about digging down deep and knowing yourself and being creative. But you have the King of Wands, the Three of Wands, and the World. So this is about, standing on top of the world, having everything that you need to create stuff, planning stuff out, the path that you want to take and growing it, knowing what you want to do. The King of Wands is about the vision. Having the vision, having that inner strength to use that vision that you've drawn up from your creative self, from your deepest self, from your own personal well. And this can also be talking about entrepreneurship, but to me it's just a vision of your life's path, of where you want to go. Okay, so you need to focus on planning that out and using your vision, but you have everything you need to succeed with the World card here. We also have, and I drew the ethereal visions first, we also have the Eight of Swords. So this is talking about like self-doubt, self-deception, self-bondage, and it has to do with your thoughts causing this self-doubt, causing this inability to move forward. And Three of Pentacles is talking about being crafty, about skills that you can do, that you know how to do, that you're appreciative for, stuff that you do a good job at, like what your strengths are, right? And you're, instead of celebrating those, instead of thinking about how you can use them strategically to move yourself forward, you're giving into negative thoughts, to self-doubt, and you're not using them. You're not displaying those strengths of yours to other people. You're keeping them hidden because you have all this negative self-talk, this negative doubt about yourself. And then I didn't ask for clarifiers on these. These three came out all on their own. So Four of Cups, Hermit, and Six of Pentacles. So this is talking about justice and balance between giving and receiving, between the male and female, the action and inaction, the dark and light side of yourself. And the Hermit is talking about, he's got the star here, and that's lighting his lantern. And the star is leading the way. This is talking about going within and getting inner knowledge of what you need to do on a soul level, on a basic level, on a very spiritual level, right? And using that to guide you, to guide your path. So in a way, the Hermit is a lot, he has in common with the High Priestess and with the Wild card, right? Because he's using his inner guidance to show him the way. He's using what he wants, what he values, what he wishes to achieve with the star here, and he's using that to guide him. Now, the Four of Cups, there are two ways to look at it. You have the all-seeing eye here. You have the sun, the eye of the sun, beaming down on him, giving him creativity, giving him knowledge, giving him growth in life. There's almost, the tree roots are almost like paths here, right? So there's two cups to the side, to the left of this one path. There's a path directly pointing to the cup that's almost right in front of him, if you look at it. And then there's a path with no cup, and a path that this cup with wings, this fast moving cup, this cup that's almost like a gift from the gods, is above. And this path is going, you notice how it's a little bit separate from the other paths. It's going in a completely different direction. And you can look at it like he's meditating under the tree of life, the tree of knowledge. So he's meditating under it, and he's obviously not seeing the cup that's in front of him, and that's the more traditional view of it, that this is like a gift and he's not seeing this gift. But the other thing is, you could be seeing this gift, you could be seeing whatever this emotional, spiritual, whatever this is in your unconscious, this healing or creativity. You could be looking at it and seeing it and choosing to close your eyes to it because you know it's not right for you, or because you know you have these other three cups. So it could be that you're blind to this gift, or it could be that you are actually saying, no, I know this is not right for me, and I'm not going to reach up and take it, even though it's being offered. And that could be because of the Hermit here, because you've got your path lighted by your values, by your star, by your wish, right? And it's almost, I mean, you can tell it's light because it's radiating out, so it's got that ripple effect, but it almost looks like the sensor that she has here. This is more of a diamond than a star shape, and this star is almost like the Star of David, the Merkabah star. But the incense is coming out in waves. It's coming out in circles almost, like the light of the Hermit. So at the bottom of the decks, in the unconscious, in what you're not fully aware of, what's happening sort of behind your back or around you. We're going to talk about this. I don't always, but sometimes I do. Whoa, why is that not focusing? Come on, sorry for that. Focus. There it goes. Okay, so this is Nine of Swords. And this is talking about things that are in your unconscious, your thoughts, and how they're harming you. Okay? They're not actually there, but you're thinking about them. And you can almost see them, like, and to me, sometimes they're the Four Horsemen, sometimes they're just like whatever bad thoughts that you have, whatever, conversations you're replaying or actions you're replaying in your head. Sometimes this looks like Saint Lucia to me, even though they're not candles, they're swords for the crown. So, even the crown chakra, like the cutting thoughts, there's just so much symbolism sometimes in tarot cards, and you notice different things at different times. You notice the McIntyre roses or Macintosh roses, and you notice, how they're the lining at the top. They're the trim at the top of the sheets, but the sheets are the same color as her nightgown. They're the color of the sun. Although this is happening at night, this is a doorway into her brain, into her thoughts, and she's having nightmares. But she's got the crescent moon, which in this case is almost like a horseshoe collecting the good luck and then spreading its wings, spreading its luck over her to help her overcome these negative thoughts. And then we have the tower, the lightning strike. Here again is the all-seeing eye that we see in the Four of Cups. So this lightning strike, this aha moment, you've got your mask on and you're falling backwards, but you might be ready to take your mask off. You might be ready to deal with these negative thoughts. And once you have that tower moment, that aha moment about not hiding your creativity, about that strategic planning and being able to have everything that you need to get on top of the world, once you have that vision of the Hermit and the King of Wands, and you put all these negative thoughts behind you, you're going to get the Ten of Pentacles. So you're going to get satisfaction. You're going to get what you want. Okay? And we also have the World underneath that. Now the thing with that is, we, at the bottom of the Druid craft, so we had Three of Pentacles, right? And we had Three of Wands. We had a couple of different threes here. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, and we also had Four of Cups. But I'm looking at this as a progression, because the bottom of the Druid craft goes from Four of Swords, which is talking about contemplation, to Five of Wands, which can be talking about, even though this is Wands, this is forming a pentacle. It's forming a pentagram, right? With these people here. So this is talking about, tension, conflict, competition. So when you're thinking about this, you're contemplating and you're moving forward. You're moving from the threes and the fours, where you're thinking, into the fives, right? And maybe this is creating a little bit of tension. Maybe not, but it's good. It's good tension. It's good. It's a good conflict. It's spurring you on, because then we have the King of Swords. And the King of Swords is talking about intellectual clarity. It's talking about the truth. It's talking about knowledge, right? Quiet power. It's a breakthrough. So the competition is good. And the odd thing is, we also have the Tower again. And this is quite a different tower. You'll notice the lightning here is golden. It's good for you. Whereas the lightning here, it's not as obvious that it's good for you. And there's two people being thrown into the water, into their unconscious, and onto this new path by this fire, this inspiration, this lightning of fire, the inspiration, the passion to move on, to move forward, even though maybe they weren't quite prepared for it, but it's causing them to move on. Now, falling can be good and it can be bad, right? Most people look at it as bad, but it can also be a good change. Okay, so don't fear the tower moments. Accept them for what they are. Because underneath the tower in the Druidcraft, we have the star. The wish come true. The wish fulfillment. The equal balancing of the spiritual and the emotional, the unconscious, what's happening. And then underneath that, we had the Ten of Pentacles again. So the tower is good in this case. You have Ten of Pentacles in both decks, and this is what you're not really aware of. This is what's happening behind the scenes. So when this tower happens, when this change happens, this aha moment or this event in your life, don't fight it, go with it, because it's leading you to the Ten of Pentacles, and both decks say that. So I found that kind of interesting that both decks and what's hidden from you had the tower and had the Ten of Pentacles. I mean, in slightly different ways, but they were both there, and they both had these fours, these contemplations, So focus on, how do I say this? Focus on your planning. Focus on it, what it is based on your values, your own inner guidance, and not so much on like your fears or like what other people, don't hide your skills from other people. Don't let those fears get the best of you. There it is. That's the one I wanted, the Eight of Swords. Don't keep yourself bound in fear. Sorry for the length of this reading. I hope you have a great Sunday. This is a lot to think about. If you like this reading, please hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification. If you have any comments one way or the other, just let me know. I really appreciate it. Thank you. See you tomorrow.